Welcome, I'm Dr. Tom Warren and you're watching The Plant Doctor. This is our 25 square foot raised bed challenge. I want to see how much produce I can produce over the summer in just 25 square feet. So we did a video of me installing this. I'll leave that link here. But we put in mustard greens, we put in zucchini, we've got okra, we've got tomatoes, cantaloupes, and watermelons all in this initial crop. Today is the day I'm going to harvest these mustard greens, and I should have done this about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I ended up getting sick and then I went on family vacation and things just kind of piled up on me. We're going to harvest these today. We're going to rinse them off in the kitchen. We'll weigh them. I want to total at the end of the season how many pounds of produce we were able to get out of 25 square feet. This is a 5x5 bed. Also coming on, I noticed flowers on the zucchini. There's flowers on the okra. There's flowers on the tomatoes. I'm going to do a separate video on the tomatoes. I'm going to prune them and we are going to tie them up on this trellis. I'm almost going to espalier them up the side of that trellis. But to harvest our greens, you just need a pair of scissors. And we're just going to go through and cut these. And as I cut off each individual plant, I'm just going to go ahead and pull the root up as well, because these are done. We're in the first part of June. It's getting hot. Mustards are not going to grow well here in my area much longer. They tend to wilt a little bit. So we're just going to go ahead and take all these. So as I'm cutting these mustard greens, I want to tell you what's been going on here in the garden. We did not get off to a good start. I had a rabbit, and I thought I was going to have to net this entire garden. I was getting ready to order some netting online, and I came out here and I noticed part of a skull of a rabbit. I noticed the tail of a rabbit, and there were fluffs of fur in here. And so that rabbit had been eating on my watermelon and my cantaloupe vine. They were chewed up really bad. I didn't get any strawberries. I think I forgot to mention earlier, there's 3 or 4 little strawberries in here. It was eating up on my strawberries. We have a resident falcon, and we have 2 species of hawks here that I see from time to time around the garden. We have a red-tailed hawk, and we have a red-shouldered hawk. We also have a pair of bald eagles that frequent this neighborhood. We don't see them weekly. We probably see them monthly as the crow flies. I'm about 10 miles away from Lake Gunnersville, which has an extensive eagle population. And based on the evidence I see, I think a bird of prey got the rabbit. We do have coyotes around here. I don't think it was a coyote. A coyote, when they attack, they usually grab the prey and run. Whatever got this ate the prey right here and pulled tufts of fur out of the rabbit before it ate it. And a coyote would not do that. So I think the hawk or the falcon or perhaps an eagle got it. I don't think it was the eagle though, because an eagle will usually fly off with its prey. Falcons and hawks, they'll sit on the ground with their prey. So it took care of the rabbit problem, and you know, the hawk got dinner that evening as well. And so for the purposes of not getting tagged by YouTube, I'm not going to show you the evidence of the hawk or the falcon getting its dinner. Those things tend to be frowned upon sometimes, unfortunately. In my opinion, it's the circle of life. It's the way things is, or it's the way things are. But we're just not going to go there. All right, as you can see, we have a bowl full of mustard greens. I'm excited about this. Let's go inside and weigh them. Let's see what we have. Before we weigh our greens, we want to thoroughly rinse them off. So what I do, I just put them in a colander, and I've got a spray setting here. And I don't use any insecticides in the garden. That's not the purpose of this. The purpose of this, I'll move this colander here. See that in the sink? Just little pieces of soil. There might be a few little bugs on there. We're just rinsing that stuff off. And then we're going to lightly dry off our mustard greens here because I do not want a water weight. I want a weight of just the leaves. I want to be fair about what we have grown in that 25 square feet. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is weigh these greens. So I've pretty much got them dried off. There's a little bit of moisture left on them. And I've got these scales zeroed out with the glass bowl on it, so we're not weighing the bowl. I don't know if you can see the scales or not. All right, so we're going to add those. It's in grams. I want it in ounces. There we go. I'm not expecting a huge weight here because greens don't weigh a lot. You can get a lot of greens and it not weigh much at all. We lost a little bit. Some of them ended up down the garbage disposal, while others just didn't look appetizing to me. They had like little pieces of brown on them, and I just threw them out, like this one right here. I mean, you could eat that, but I mean, I'm not really thinking that's appetizing sitting in the salad bowl. So what do we end up with? I am at 14.7 ounces, so almost a pound of mustard greens here. In my book, that's a success. We had 1 pack of seeds for mustard seeds, and I think the wife actually went out there once and harvested just a few for one salad that we had, so probably closer to 1 pound total. So I'm satisfied with that. So roughly 1 pound of mustard greens and probably what equates to less than 10 square feet here. So what do we do from here? We're going to reuse this area where the mustard greens were. I'm going to plant squash in here personally. Probably my favorite garden edible is squash. Love squash. So we're gonna put squash in here and we're gonna let that come up, and we're just gonna cycle through plants. As the zucchini fades, we'll put something else over here with the zucchini. As we harvest corn over here on the far side, we'll put something else in there. We're just gonna keep cycling through plants throughout the entire growing season. So we're up to roughly 1 pound right now, 15 ounces. We'll see where we go from here. Guys, as always, thank you for watching The Plant Doctor. Until next time, happy gardening.